Hey everybody, good evening. We had the first Haitian Kreyol class tonight, and for anybody who is a Lusant considering initiating or just really Black history and languages that involve indigenous people are involved, if you are interested in any of those things, this was definitely a class you should have signed up for. I've been to Haiti a few times, and even sitting and being immersed with the people and listening to the language, and I've picked up a few things. I learned so much tonight that it's mind blowing. And the first session is a lot of history, but it helps. You got to understand the history of Haiti to understand the language and how it's put together. And it's really awesome to have someone from southern Haiti. He's not doesn't exactly from Port-au-Prince, but he always says that kind of because people don't know all the different cities. But he speaks 4 or 5 languages, and so it was really good. And then from us, who have each one of us in the class have taken some form of a foreign language in high school, some of the things that we had to learn, and I always did badly, especially in Spanish, learning about that they're the what are they called determiners are not. They don't have a masculine and a feminine. You can use different determiners, and they can mean either sex. It's very interesting. Another tie that I found from taking this class was the ties to African American Vernacular English, or as it was formerly called back in the 90s, Ebonics. And I studied that a lot when I was in graduate school. My master's degree is in English. The connections between the ways Black vernacular English shortens and shapes words, and the way that people, 4 hours of water between us did the same thing, and the common denominator being West African. So it is really amazing, y'all. And for a word nerd such as myself, I just want to understand, what I have to do spiritually, songs, ceremony. But at the same time, I also, when I'm going to the home of my religion, I want to understand the culture more intimately, and you can't do that without learning the language. So what we're going to do is, if anybody's considering, and it's really cheap because I think this is like a 5 or 6 week course for $150, so you end up paying $25 a class. Definitely worth it. So what we're going to do is, we have a few students in the class. If there's anybody else who's interested in Haitian Kreyol, and if you are initiated, and especially Mambo has already told the members of our house that they need to be taking this class, yeah, it's only $150, and we advertised it. I really hate that folks are missing out on this, because I think it's going to be very valuable to your spiritual practice. I think it's going to be very valuable to your Black identity. I think it's very valuable to your African identity. Yeah, it is a steal, because I don't think that the class is going to stay that price. One of the things is we try to do online. I've been an online educator for it's over 25 years. We'll just say that. And I've been an online educator for a very, very long time. And to be able to bring spirituality from the motherland, and people, you have to understand, when Haitians got their independence, we're talking about hundreds of years before literally hundreds of years before we even got a Black president. So, and that Creole is actually a revolutionary language that allowed them to also talk in code. He made a very valid point, and this is why I wanted to come on here and tell you guys about this class, share this video also with my customer group and on my business page, because we're trying to give people a chance to catch up at the introductory price. Because when I first started doing Hoodoo 201, I've gone up in a couple of years over $200 on the price, because I realized what it's worth. And so, we want to offer classes at a reasonable amount of money so that people could access them. But at the same time, the people who are willing to pay a particular price point are the people who are serious. that, you shouldn't be paying a lot of money for classes if it's not something that's really going to be applicable and important to you. So, and I've learned that I would rather have $500 clients than 50 $10 clients. That's how that works. And so Josie is one of my voodoo sisters, and she's in the class. And like I said, I can honestly say I learned a lot. So if you are interested, and I've already given you all of the whys you would be interested in taking Haitian Kreyol, especially if you practice an ATR, especially if you are a voodoo song. And because all of this stems from West African voodoo, you would want to take this class. I love listening to voodoo music, but a lot of the times I don't have someone to translate it for me. I don't know how to translate it very often. You don't get a lot of lyrics, and that's why I appreciate certain things that I have that have lyrics in them so that I can understand what they're saying. So on an emotional level, I can connect because I understand, and it's not always a direct translation, but the essence of what is being said, translated in my language, and to actually understand and feel literally, on more than, there's a spiritual subconscious level where you just feel, no matter if you understand the words or not. Gospel music does that to even a black atheist, okay? So, or just the sound of the music, maybe not so much the words. So, but like I said, if you are a word nerd and if you are interested in African traditional religion and African studies or whatever or just want to pick up, another language, this is a really good course. And, it took us about a year since I met him. He rolled up on my store and he was like, wait a minute, is this what I think it is? And I'm like, yes, it is what I think it is. Like she said, it was awesome. And day one blew her mind. It's like, wow, okay. It's a different way that he teaches language that I've never had before. I think all language classes start out with a little bit of history and culture and blah, blah, blah. But maybe it's because I relate to it so much that I didn't feel that way when I took 5 credit hours, 5 days a week for an entire year of Swahili. I didn't make connections, and I realized because we had a real, I think he was really colonialized African man teaching the class. So all we got was just straight words. And that is a huge disservice when you're learning a language, because you really should be learning a language, especially at our age. And Jezebel, if you bite me again, I'll kill you. I swear I'm going to stuff this cat one day, y'all. You'll be like, Jazzy, she don't move no more. Nope, took her to the taxidermist. She just rolls up on you and bites you. And it doesn't hurt, but it's really disrespectful. Go somewhere. So anyways, we're going to try to figure out a time. We're going to post it on the business page. We're going to post it in the customer group. We're going to post it on my page. And see if we can't do lesson 1 again. And then so people can sign up. And I'll leave the class open and so that they can get lesson 2. But we aren't recording at this point simply because, folks bootleg. But I'm looking at other ways to lock down our classes and then only be, you'll sit through the lecture and whatever and then write down all your questions, and then afterwards do an hour question and answer session if people have any questions. So that's what I'm hoping to do in the future. And I think that will allow us to offer classes anytime somebody wants them, which is supposed to be what the evolution of online education is. It's just in time. So it makes it a little hard when somebody can't come to my classes or any of the classes we offer through Big Liz Contra and Azili's Contra Garden because of what time they are. And I've literally had people in the middle of the night, Serbia, London, different places, Africa, taking the hoodoo classes. So I'm going to try to find a better way to do that this year. But remember, filming any production takes time, so it's going to take a minute. Just like it took a year for me and Woodland to come together, and really he understood what we needed we understood what we needed, and put this class together for you guys. So I'm really hoping, right, and he speaks excellent English too, you know. Like I said, he speaks like 4 or 5 languages. It's crazy. And so when you speak that many languages, you have an idea of how they're broken down. And one of the things he said was he was in school was that he was a young man, and the teacher started talking about they didn't treat Haitian Kreyol. And you'll find out a lot about this in the class too, the politics of Haitian Kreyol, because it was broken French. And he looked at her and he says, you know what, it's amazing how you all say that about Haitian Kreyol, but you don't say that French is broken Latin. That teacher didn't know what to do with her damn self. He said, no, oh no, French is an evolved Romance language. No, it's broken, twisted, fucked up Latin, and as is all of the Romance languages. So if that's the way you want to put it. What Haitian Kreyol is an evolved, genius language that combines the language of the indigenous people of Haiti, Africans who were enslaved in Haiti, and the French of their captors. But just enough French to confuse the motherfuckers, because just like when we related it like this, Haitian Kreyol is to French like when somebody from like Wyoming finds themselves in the middle of the Bronx and they don't understand what the fuck the black people are saying, even though we are speaking perfect English. So, in any case, the class is $150. I promise you, because this young man is 28 years old, there are things that he wants to do with, and I don't take a cut from my instructors, okay? I do the credit card processing fees, and they get it all. And that's because it's more important for me to offer you the class than for me to make money off of people. See, the thing is, though, I benefit, because if I'm not taking a cut, I damn well am sitting in the class. And before we give a class, because I am an educator, Josie can tell you I've gone through her outlines and stuff and given her suggestions. When I first got Woodland's presentation, I was like, oh, nope, scrap this. No, that's not what we're doing here. And explained to him exactly what I wanted, and he was able to bring it in, and it's valuable. So, we're hoping to have E-File 101, hoping to get somebody to teach OCHA 101, things that non-initiates need to know when considering possibly seeking initiation into religion. The basic foundations, things that you can find in a book, but with a true oral tradition. Okay? So they like the class. I'm happy. Jesse, don't bite me again. Y'all, let me go, because this cat's about to drive me crazy and I've got to go to bed. So if you want the class, go on the website and buy it now. Josie, will you post the link in the comments here to the class? But if you just go to biglizconjure.com, you click shop all, you click classes, it's right there. It's going to have today's date on it, but we will have another session 1, hopefully before we have session 2, or maybe if the participants of the class agree, we'll do session 1 again and we'll just extend the class. But that's only dependent upon, I'm not going to try to knock myself out to schedule something if nobody is interested. But you ain't going to get this class for $150 no more. I can't see it. And because this young man he came back from China, where he got his master's degree basically of the MIT in China. His bachelor's degree is in emergency management for hurricanes and earthquakes. And then I believe his master's degree is it's something in health management, something like that. So very intelligent young man, and he needs a car. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get him enough students that will aid him in putting a down payment on a car, because he's hustling. He's getting rides or catching the bus to work, and if you live in Columbus, the bus sucks. Okay, he's hardworking, and he's a parent. Okay, so yeah, he's got things that he's got to take care of. So, and yeah, he is and has his master's degree at the age of 28 and really, really knows what the hell he's doing. Plus, it's really good to learn this language from a native speaker because I bought some Haitian Kreyol CDs and they were done by white people. And I'm sorry, there is a lot very, very, very African about this language, and things like I constantly related to how we did it in Black vernacular English. It's the same thing, just vocalized different. It's amazing. So, anyways, go on there to the website if you want the class. We'll have a makeup session. Josie has just posted the link. If you buy the class, I'll give you to Friday morning. If you buy the class by Friday morning, we will arrange for Unit 1 to be taught again. So, because I really feel like there's a lot of people who really are going to miss out. This is going to be a pretty awesome experience. And then, just because Haitian Kreyol 101 is over, there can be a Haitian Kreyol 102, or you can make arrangements with the instructor for private lessons. So for those of us who really, really need to know this language, you best to get on it. Okay, good night, y'all.